Hi everyone, it's Mary with Mary's Stampin' Cafe. Thanks for popping in. It is time again, it's week 2 for me to talk about Stampin' Up's retiring products. As a Stampin' Up demonstrator for over 20 some years, I absolutely love whenever we have those opportunities when things are going to retire, there's always that chance of having discounts. And there are some fabulous, fabulous discounts. Now, I know we're getting all excited for the new 2024-25 annual catalog, which becomes available for customers in May. But right now, we want to make sure that we have all of those must-haves before they go out and retire. And I, last week, shared a bit about my favorite designer series paper, and in my Facebook Live, I talked about a couple of stamp sets or bundles that I really, really liked. Today, I want to talk to you about punches, embossing folders, and die sets that you do not want to miss out on. You want these in your crafting supplies. I have lots and lots of crafting supplies and Stampin' Up supplies, and I always keep, even when they retire, my favorites. And I want to make sure you get those favorites too. So you see a host code right there. That host code, when you purchase from me, you have that opportunity in the month of April to be Mystery Hostess. That is so exciting. You also get Café coins with me when you shop with me. But let's not worry about that. I want to get into sharing my favorite punches, embossing folders, and die sets. Let me transition. Here we are. Here is that page that I have marked with all of the punches that are going out. And there are a couple, well, there's a few that I think every crafter needs in their stash. Let me share with you, I'll just share with you some projects that I have. That way you can see how those punches have been used. I'm going to start with the ever popular Dragonfly punch. This Dragonfly punch has a small dragonfly and a larger dragonfly. So let me show you all of the fun cards I have utilizing that punch. Here's a beautiful in color one, focusing on the 2022 to 2024 in colors, which are retiring. But here's a fun fold, and then you pop open here. How cute is that? You're someone special, you matter to a lot of people. So that was a fun add-on there. But there's that beautiful Dragonfly punch. Now there was a Dragonfly stamp set that coordinated with that punch, but that's okay. That punch will work without having that stamp set because, oh, we can punch out with designer paper, with our foils, all sorts. Here's another pretty one, again, using the 22 to 24 in colors. There's that Dragonfly. This one is really great too. And here's a fun fold one here with the designer paper and the Dragonfly. Here we have the little dragonfly and big dragonfly together being punched out. And here we are. Another. Oh, we've got our large butterfly, and there's our little one. Now that little one was just punched out of some cardstock and then used a little wink of Stella on there. And here again we have our large butterfly and then a little one punched out. So that Dragonfly punch can be used for so many different things. You don't need the Dragonfly stamp set because you're just using it as almost like an embellishment on your cards. Okay, what is the next one I want to share with you that is a must-have? Okay, the Dragonflies are a must-have. The other thing that I believe is a must-have is the, 50% off, remember, is the Cloud Punch. Now, I know that we have some dies for the clouds. I know we do. And I love all those wonderful dies that are clouds. But sometimes you just want a punch. And what I really like about the Cloud Punch is it's large enough that you can stamp great sentiments right onto it. Let's take a look at a few of these cloud punches. Look at this card right here. This card was created by punching out using the cloud punch on designer series paper. How fun is that? We've got some rainbows going on in there, and then all the beautiful clouds that were punched out with the punch. Beautiful card. Here's another, again, using the cloud punch with designer series paper, just to have a fun card. I love that, and I love this little embossed piece here too. Fun. And another, remember our Sunshine and Rainbows designer series paper, that was I think part of Celebration, but we have some punched out clouds in our bright pink, and then again with designer series paper. And oh, this is a punch I'm gonna talk to us about as well. So there are some great cloud cards for you with the cloud punch. Love the cloud punch. 50% off on that cloud punch too. You can never go wrong. You need your cloud punch. Let's now talk about a cuteness. Let's talk about the Ladybug Builder. Here it is right here. This little ladybug is so cute. Now, let me show you. This is the size of our cloud punch. It's a nice size. And let's take a look at our ladybug cards. Here is that cute little ladybug punched out with the Ladybug Builder punch. So cute. Look at that. Here's another cute little one punched out. You've got your ladybug body and then the wings. And here's a great little one with a fun cornerback card done in a hot pink. So cute. You can get your spots by simply using your black Stampin' Right marker. And here's another one which is great fun, utilizing that beautiful tropical leaf and then using the black gems there for the dots. So great. There are some samples there of that fantastic Ladybug Builder punch. I just think it is so cute. And again, it can be a great addition to any of your cards, your spring, summer, all of that fun. All right, so we talked about our Ladybug Builder. We talked about the Cloud Punch. We've talked about the Dragonfly Punch. And there's one more. Well, there's actually two more. I know, right? It's like, oh my gosh, I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, what I do want to share with you is last time, if you saw my video, you know I talked about the Darling Details stamp set and bundle. And I created this really cute, simple stamping using the Darling Details. And I also did this one with the Biggest Wishes stamp set. And these are the scallop contour dies, which are great. But I wanted to share with you, because the Darling Details dies are so fabulous, I wanted to share with you so you could see the Darling Detail dies. I know I'm jumping, because the Darling Detail dies is what you must have, but you need the bundle. So yeah, you'll just get the whole Darling Details bundle, right? So here's using that border die and then lacing through some beautiful ribbon, and then our beautiful flowers all punched out. And I don't know if you noticed, we've got some little vellum flowers from the dies, and you can see those much better in this card right here. There's those that you see there. But those are all dies using from the Darling Detail dies. I wanted to just share those in addition to simple stamping that you can do. But again, you can die cut, stamp and die cut all of those flowers, as well as all those other parts and pieces in those dies. So I just wanted to let you know a little more about the Darling Detail dies, because those are ones I think you need. Okay, back to this. I want to talk about the Bunny Punch. Now, the Easter Bunny stamp set is retiring, and I don't know, I don't think you can get it as a bundle anymore. I think it's just the stamp set and the punch. The punch is 20% off. It's a great little one, but here's a few cards for you. I wanted to share this one here with you because the greenery embossing die is retiring, and I wanted you to see that because I think that's a great die. It just gives that little stitching in there. But there's a cute little bunny there. That's not the one the punch goes with. Here's another card I have utilizing the Easter Bunny stamp set and the punch. You're a friend like no other. We got the little birdie and the butterfly. But there's our couple of bunnies. This one has to be fussy cut, but this is the one with the punch, with the bunny punch. And then here's another with a cute bunny. Same as that one, just a little bit different. Very similar in the card layout. I love that. I love having cards that are similar in layouts. And then there was this one I created not too long ago with a fun gatefold here. There's that little bunny punched out. He is so stinking cute. Just so cute. So I think that punch is just fabulous because I think you can use it all through the year. It's a great punch. All right, have I gotten through them all? Well, we're going to come back to one more. So right now, what did I say we needed? We needed the cloud punch. We need the ladybug builder. We need the bunny punch, and you need to have the dragonfly punch. Now, we're going to come back to the songbird builder, which is going to be 50% off, and the double oval punch. Those are two more we're going to talk about, but that's in a card I'm going to create in just a minute. So let's go back now to must-have dies. Okay, now I don't have a lot of the must-have dies, but I did want to show you the aspen tree die is beautiful. It goes with the perched in a tree stamp set together, coordinates, but it's 40% off. And I want to just share with you this card right here. So check out this beautiful Halloween card utilizing the beautiful aspen dies. So think about this with any of your animal sets. You can utilize this beautiful die, and it's going to be 40% off, and I think it's a great one to have in your crafting. It just can make such fantastic scenes, and so it's a really great one. So that's the aspen trees. And we're going to turn the page so I can find the other. Oh, Labels Aglow. Now, you remember I talked about this Labels Aglow on my Stampin' Saturday, week 1. I was talking about the beautiful designer series papers that were going out, the Forever Love, also vellum cardstock, and you know what? The vellum cardstock is no longer available. That's how quick it's gone, you guys. But the vellum basics is still available, and so think about that, and that's what I utilize to layer over the card. But I talked about the Labels Aglow dies. These are fabulous dies, and they're 50% off, and this is one that I think everybody needs. It's got a couple of great labels. It has some fun just stitching that will simply, like this will just do a bunch of holes, but it's not going to cut that rectangle out, so it gives a lot of nice texture. So I really like the Labels Aglow, and that was from last time. So Labels Aglow. The other, the scallop contour. The scalloped contours, if you don't have that, you'll want to get that. That's that 30% off. And the couple of these here that I used on the happy birthday card used some of the scallop contours. And you can see you've got some great different size of the scalloped rectangles, and they're also stitched. Just fabulous. There's also a couple of flowers because it coordinated with the color and contour stamp set. And so those are the couple of flowers, but mostly this die set are the stitched rectangles, and that's what makes it so great. So you'll want to get those. And was there any other die set that I said you really just want to have? The Stitch with Whimsy are really great, but I do want to let you know I didn't necessarily use them all that much, but I think they just add such a great little wavy stitch around your rectangles, which is great fun. Okay, so just a couple of those die sets that I said must have. I really think the Labels Aglow, fabulous, and the scalloped contours. Now I will talk about a few other dies that I think you need, but they coordinate with the stamp set so much, and so I'll talk about it when I talk about my favorite bundles that are going. Let's now switch to embossing folders real quick. Now, there are 2 or 3 that I think every crafter needs to have in their supplies. One is the Merry Melody. The Merry Melody is sheet music, and that is so fabulous for the holiday time, I think. The other that I think is a must-have is the Time-Worn Type. The Time-Worn Type just gives such great texture to your card, and it's 40% off. And one other that I think is a lot of fun is the Raindrops, and that's 50% off. What I like about the Raindrops, you can bring that in together for springtime with your plants and flowers. You also can use it for the thinking of you or get well. So that's a great one too. All right, so now I want to go back right now to the punches and remind ourselves what is, I'm going to be using 2 punches today. I'm going to be using the Songbird Builder, which does coordinate with the Songbird stamp set. And I'm going to be using the double oval. There's no discount on the double oval. And we're going to use the Cloud Punch, which is 50% off. I'll also be using the Time-Worn Type, which is 40% off embossing folder. Love it. That's so great. Okay, let's talk about our card today. I know, sorry about all of that. But I am using our Orchid Oasis 2224 in color that is retiring. I do want to let you know that the refill for this color is sold out. It is no longer available. So, but the cardstock is still available. That is great. Okay, so with that, I do have a piece of 5 1/4 by 4 that I've already embossed with the Time-Worn Type. Now you can see how you have a bit of typed text through here, and then of course the other raised areas so you can't quite read everything. I love this. I love that this gives just great texture to your card, but it's also perfect for the holidays because it has kind of that wintry look to it. And you can just make out a little bit. You can make out the words like love and laughter. You can see a word harvest and different things like that. So it's great for all year. You can also, if you wanted to, use a blending brush and maybe you want to make it look a little more antique. And so you can go ahead and blend some colors on those raised up parts. So I love this Time-Worn Type, 40% off. You want this in your crafting supplies. I'm also using a piece of designer series paper from Fresh as a Daisy, which is a paper that, excuse me, is retiring. This is a 3x3 piece that I did, and I loved it because it was like the sky, and it's going right over on top of the 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 Orchid Oasis piece. Okay, so this card's going to be quite simple to begin with. I always use my liquid glue when I'm using embossing folders, especially the 3Ds. You really want that to go down into the nooks and crannies, and it just will hold better, I feel, than tape does. So I'll go ahead and glue this down. I've got a little bit too much up here, so I'm going to bring that down a little bit. Now the writing is legible, so you want to make sure you have it turned right side up. Otherwise, your words are upside down. Now, will it really matter so much? Because it really just gives wonderful texture. Not so sure. But here we are. It's so nice on top of that Orchid Oasis, isn't it? Okay, next thing I'm going to do is simply glue this together too. And that I'm just going to grab my Stampin' Seal. for easy adhering. Now it's beautiful. This particular color is not Orchid Oasis on the cloud of the sky, but it just really goes so nicely. I believe it's a balmy blue. It's just so pretty. It just goes so well together. So that's going to go just like that. I have a piece for the inside of the card. Now let's talk about our little bird. So I am going to be using the Songbird punch. This is the Sweet Songbird stamp set, which is retiring. It's fantastic. It's got a couple little birds and their wings that you can add. The nice branch there with the other leaves. It's got great sentiments. A little birdie told me, a little note of thanks. It's your special day. So happy you're here. Congratulations. You've got something to celebrate. So it's a great stamp set. But we're going to focus on that punch today. So I'm going to bring in my little bird builder punch. And remember, this guy was 50% off. That's awesome. So I have the larger bird, which is the one that is for the punch. And I do have the nest for the birdie. I want to see if I'm going to use it or not, and I have my double oval punch. This is fabulous. If you don't have your double oval punch, you'll want it. It is so great. Okay, what do I want to do now? I'm going to stamp my birdie. So I'm going to grab my white scraps here, and let's grab a piece that's going to be good for our bird. Oh, I think one of these will be great. There we go. I like my little scrap bag of white. It's perfect. Okay, so let's move on. So I have my bird, and what's nifty about this bird, and I'm just going to lay this right here so I have a little cushion. Photopolymer is great, so you can see if you've got all that ink that you need. We're going to go ahead and we're going to stamp our bird down. And see how I have that going on? What I do is I kind of just do a little rubbing. Sometimes with the really wet ink in our photopolymer, it does not like to grab. See how I have all that going on? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp just a few extra, just till I get it worked out. There we are. That is beautiful. Getting it worked out. Sometimes it's just a matter with the photopolymer that's that solid is to get any of that residue or things off. And see how much better that is already. And I'm going to do one more. So just doing lots of stamping to get all that residue. There we are. This one is perfect. Now, when you're doing your photopolymer like that with your solid images, I'm going to suggest you don't use any matte underneath it. You want that ink to really saturate into there. So that's my suggestion on that. So now, because I'm going to use the one that is on top, I need to cut that excess off because when I bring this over, my birdie is at the bottom here. And so I need to, oh, and I did it. My paper is not long enough. Let me take care of that problem. Give myself a little cushion here. There we are. Go a little more. There we are. I've got to be able to hold on to him. And so he's right here. Because it's builder punches, you have to make sure you got nothing in the way. Nothing in the way. All right, here we go. Let's line up our little birdie. And I have a little extra cardstock. There we go. And my bird fell. Let me grab him. Oh, look how pretty. Look how pretty our birdie is. Now there's something going on here because our birdie needs a little bit of color, but also I'd like to give my birdie its wing. So see the one right here? This is the large wing for the large birdie. So I want to make sure when I stamp my large wing, I want it to be facing the same direction as the punch, straight up and down like this. That's one thing you want to look at when you have a builder punch, is that you have the direction. And I'm going to do the same thing on this just to make sure I get it good and saturated. I stamped off, and I'm going to go straight up like that. See that beautiful, rich orchid oasis. Nice and solid, too. All right, so then what I'm going to do is we're going to bring this right over to here. There we are. And we have got our large wing for our bird that's going to be sitting just like that. So look at how cute that is. Right? Okay. So the next thing that we need is we need to stamp our little birdie eyes. So let me grab the stamp set so you can see we've got the little bird eyes right here, but we also have these little ones where the eyes are closed. So I think I want to have his little eyes open. So I'm going to grab the one that has the opened eyes and get my little block. And I need my memento pad. Ooh, my memento pad is buried from all my great stamping I've been doing. Let me just grab another. Always have your black memento pad sitting there right in front so you have it. Now, little birdie. I'm going to just stamp off. All right, my little birdie. Going to come right up here. Straight down. And look at our cute little bird's eyes. So cute. Now what's great about this punch is you can actually do this bird building punch without having the stamp set. You can punch and color however you might like. So there's my bird with its wing ready to go. Now I'm going to go ahead and do my sentiment next using the double oval punch. Just wanted to put that away because I did not want to lose those little eyes. They're so small. So what we're going to do is this little guy is going to be here. And I think it would be great for him to be in his nest because then we're going to stamp our sentiment in our double oval punch. And I'm going to do thank you. There's no one like you. Thank you, you've got the biggest heart. I think thank you, you've got the biggest heart is going to be a great one. I'm going to send that to my sister-in-law. We just got back from a week-long trip to visit my daughter in Nebraska, and she was so great. Packed up her car. No, I think I do. I just want to hug you. I think that's a good one. This is also Retiring the Happy Labels stamp set. So we will use our block here. This card's going to be quite monochromatic. I think with the birdie's eyes, I just might do it in black. Oh, I need some more of my scrap white. So we're going to get our thank you. Just like so. Yeah, I like the black. Definitely. And then we're going to go ahead and open up. Bring that right down in. But notice, see, I need it to come down a little farther. So I simply need to trim off a little bit of this. When you have the double punches like this, one of them's underneath, one of them's up higher, so you've got to make sure you just trim off. That's just totally fine. So there's that, and then I simply just need my extra I got this little guy right here, perfect. And that's like that. It's a great punch. It just has the perfect amount of layering around. Look how great that is. That double oval punch. Good stuff. So we'll go ahead and put that down together. And this is going to sit here like so. So I really think it would be cute to have maybe even just our little birdie just like here, because I do want to bring in cloud as well. But I think I'm going to do our nest. So let's go ahead and grab some more white that's going to fit the nest. There's our other scrap white. Perfect. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab pecan pie. I'm going to stamp off. There we are. Aw, let's turn it over. Make sure I get everything. There we are. That's a great nest, isn't it? Let's grab our scissors. This is a fussy cut, but not bad at all. Won't take me long. Could also have done this on, say, a crumb cake color. Something like that too, to fill in a little more. Could even grab a marker to kind of fill in and color that. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's just grab real quick right behind me. I will grab whatever this color is. Might not want to be the color I want, but we'll see. Well, it's crumb cake, so let's see how that works. I think that'll be okay. It's very different from pecan pie. So I'm just going to kind of come in and fill in the basket. I like the contrasting color, to be honest. It's really great. So our Stampin' Right crumb cake, filling in. And so there's that basket with the tones. So then our birdie's gonna sit in there just like so. That's gonna, oh, that's looking cute. That is looking really cute. All right. You know what else our bird needs? Our bird needs its beak. So we're gonna come in here and give it a nice bright beak. There we go. Now, didn't I say we needed our cloud, right? We need our cloud. So, first thing I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to put dimensions on the back of the nest. That way the bird looks like it's down in the nest. So I'm going to raise that up. I'm going to have that sitting just like that. So that placement's there and I know. So bird's going to sit right there. So he's going to just sit down right in that nest just like so. Isn't that cute? That is coming out really cute. Let's go ahead and glue this part down. I'm going to use my liquid glue again because this is going to adhere down onto the time-worn type embossing folder, which has bumpily-bumpilies on it, and so we need that glue to get down into those nooks and crannies. Using tape, it's too easy for it to just pop off. Now I'm going to put that right here. There we are. My thank you is going to pop right in there like so. Was thinking about having it come up onto the nest like that. So what I'll do is have a dimensional on this side, but just glue on this side. So tape on this side and a dimensional on the end over here. Since this is already raised up, I don't want to put a dimensional on this here because I want it to stay even. I like that it's coming over the frame here. So now let's grab that cloud punch and see how we might utilize it. So what I have here is a strip of that wonderful Fresh as a Daisy designer series paper, and I'm going to punch out a cloud. And what I want to do is get this really light, and when I bring it in this way, you can see I can't go up as far, so I'm going to take a little bit off the bottom of the designer paper. And then when this goes in, I can get really good, that pretty white part, which actually looks great. So here's my little cloud here. That little cloud's going to go there. I love it. And then I was thinking about doing another cloud, but let's see if I do it this way. Then my cloud bubble goes the opposite way. And I thought it would be really cute to have another down here because then he looks like he's up in the sky. See what I think here, but maybe I wanted it to go this way too. Or maybe just one cloud. I think one cloud is good. Maybe I'll put it on the inside of the card. That's what I'll do. Getting a too rambunctious over what I was going to do. All right, so I'm going to put some glue just along the bottom. I'm not going to put it at the very top because this is raised up with the 2 pieces of cardstock. So I'm just going to let it float there because otherwise it gets pushed down. Maybe I need a little of that. Maybe I do. Let me just put it there. I wanted the cloud to be a little free. So now I am going to grab the 2022-24 in color pearls. They are retiring and they are discounted. Do I know what they're discounted? I do not, but I can tell you. Let's see. Going to use the darker or the lighter? I think we'll use the darker. So pretty. So, so pretty. They're sparkly. Oh, look at that. These are such pretty colors. And they just have that real pearlized look to them. Yep, the cloud wants to stay up. He doesn't want to go down. I think I want him to stay up too. We'll see. Okay, we have our inside of our card to do, and then we're all done. Thank you for keep watching. Keep watching. I hope you enjoy my video today. Let me know of those things I told you are must-haves if you have any of those. And if not, be sure to go on the 9th. April 9th is when many of these are discounted, like I've talked about, 40%, 50%, all of those. And it would be just fabulous for you to get those into your crafting supplies. Thank you. I just want to give you a hug. I put the cloud on the inside. Kind of pulls that beautiful blue color. Let me stamp that just to make sure it's good. I just want to hug you. Oh, no. You know what I did? Got to change that. I've got to turn it over. Notice I still have my ink across. What did I not do? I did not firmly to make sure I got all the top and the bottom. There, much better. But I already glued down my cloud. That's all right. I can get another cloud. Let's get another cloud. I'll simply cut this off and grab the punch. I was going to have it go the other direction. Go. That's going to go right up there. It's a great contrast of color. It's close but not, because the blue hints, but that Orchid Oasis really does kind of pull and give it more of a purple hue, even though it's a blue. I just want to hug you. Thank you. And there we are. So what did I use in this card that are my favorites that I say you must have in your crafting supplies? Well, the Time Worn Type 3D embossing folder, 40% off. The Songbird Builder Punch, which coordinates, of course, with the Sweet Songbirds, which is also retiring. So you can get, I think it was 50% off the Builder Punch, and then the stamp set, and that is a great, great thing. You'll have lots of fun, trust me. The Double Oval Punch is retiring. That does not have a discount, but I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to like that. Since there's no discount, jump on now and pick it up. The 2022 to 24 Orchid Oasis. It's not something I'm saying it's a must-have in your craft supplies, but the punch, the cloud punch, 50% off on that cloud punch. You will want that. It is fantastic. You will use it all the time. The other ones we talked about, the little ladybug builder is a must-have, but I utilized so many retiring things in this. Even the designer series paper, that fresh as a daisy, which is awesome. That's a great designer series paper. So I hope you enjoyed my project today. I hope I've inspired you on that wish list to add some of these things that I think you must have. Those punches, embossing folders, and dies that will make your crafting so easy, and you will be so inspired with all the ways you can do those things. I do have a host code. It's on the screen there. Use that host code. you earn Café coins. Every $25 you spend before shipping and tax, you earn a coin. And the month of April, I am doubling Café coins. So not just one Café coin for $25, but two. So that is great. You can get close, and once your Café coin reward sheet is filled, you can turn that in for free products. And also, April is Mystery Hostess Month. So be sure to shop with me. You do need to use the host code there that's on the screen. And anytime you have it linked with any of my emails or newsletter, I will have that linked automatically to that host code. And if you're not in my newsletter, go ahead and connect with me. I'll be happy to send that out to you periodically, as well as a new Stampin' Up! Catalog. So let me know what you thought of my card today, and what are those must-haves that you're wanting to get. Until next time, happy stampin'.